everybody. Really appreciate you taking time to join us on, I guess this is our very last Coffee with Closers for 2021. And this is also the last in a series that we have been doing titled Who Are You Gonna See? So it's been pretty popular. We appreciate the feedback. Always welcome any ideas you guys have for these programs. And if any of you want to talk about presenting on this, we'd love to have you. So just keep that in mind. We're certainly open to any suggestions and volunteers. But anyway, we are going to take, after this one, we're going to take a break for the balance of the year, which is not too many days. But anyway, and we will be back, I think, Ed, we're coming back the very first Thursday after the first, correct?
Correct. Yes, sir.
So
Hit
be
the
sure
ground running.
Yep. So be sure to watch your emails for announcements there and everything. So anyway, we are extremely excited to once again have Luis Garcia back. I think hopefully a lot of you were on last week. He has been doing some pretty exciting things with his practice and with some tools. He's been kind enough to introduce FFP to some of those tools, and we are now taking a really hard look at that and trying to figure out if that makes sense for us and others of you out there. So, but anyway, why don't we just jump in? I'm going to hand it over to Ed for you to kick it off.
Ira, thank you very much. And hello, everyone. Thanks for taking the time to be with us. This is a really exciting day for us. For those of you that have been with us a while, one thing you've seen is Luis Garcia move up the leaderboard and the FFP website. He's been really growing his practice significantly over the last 2 to 3 years. And today he's going to share with us a lot of the how and why. So I'm sure you all are going to be interested to understand what's going on. We're going to talk a little bit about, how to get in front of more people and what Luis has done to get there. Luis, how are you today?
I'm doing well.
Good.
Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. We appreciate you. Hey, why don't you just give people kind of a little overview of what you've been doing differently and how you've evolved over the last 2 to 3 years with your business?
Well, first of all, let me just kind of, roll it back a little bit and thank FFP and Paragon and all of you guys, Ira, Ed, Christy, the whole team out there for the support. I mean, you guys have really been an integral part of my, ongoing success. And so I'm here. And so what I've been able to do here the last, I guess, couple of years, it's been a process to say the least. But I've been able to come across different things, different platforms, and I like to just dive into notes and read and figure out what other people are doing. And if it's something that works, I want to integrate it in my practice. If it don't work, let's just scratch it and learn from it and move on. But one of the key things that now I've been doing for about a year now consistently is using technology. COVID kind of put our industry in a little bit of a upside down, sideways bind with not being able to do what we normally do. As far as for me, anyways, my practice was primarily face-to-face sales, and then COVID put that it came to a halt, to nothing. I mean, we couldn't do. And so during that process, we had to figure out if either we're gonna just kind of shut it down or we're gonna pivot, or what are we gonna do? And so right now, as we sit now, gosh, COVID's over close to 2 years now. We now can offer our prospects and our clients, we can service them either by Zoom, which is, I've had to learn this mode. I'm now getting a little more used to it. And so we can service clients by phone, by now, in state of Texas. I know Saul's on the call. State of Texas, I mean, we're doing a lot more face-to-face sales. So we had to pivot. And so what I used in the technology that I've used is a software. I don't own it. I subscribe to it. And it's called Agent Autopilot. It's the one thing that I found that has about the all-in-one, as closest to it possible for the independent agent. I mean, we are always doing, you know, and if you see my desk right now, I've got notes all over, but that's because it's coming from the feedback I get from my software. It's a CRM client management system. It's kind of like an all-in-one. And I've been using it, and I've been using it more and more. And it's basically it's keep me in front of more people, more frequently, more often, and it's allowed me to create a process, which is what I had been lacking in years prior. I've been in the insurance business 22 years, up until the last couple of years that I've actually taken a lot of information from Charles, Ira, everybody that I like to learn. I like to ask why and how, and so I created a process now. And the more I learn it, the more I implement it, the more comfortable and the better my company is, growing. So it's just like the screen. I mean, I hope everybody can see my screen. It's a CRM system. It's designed for agents, independent, captive, whatever agent you are. It's designed just specifically for you by a former agent, techie guy, Josh. Throw his name out there. You can buy leads or create them yourself. You can import your existing client base into the system, and it allows you to do multiple things with not only your new leads that you just acquired, whether they are from mail cards, other Facebook leads, anywhere you can get a lead. As long as you put it in a CSV file, you can upload it to this system, and then it just stays in touch with them. It has a dialer built into it, whereas you can make phone calls and receive phone calls through the software. It keeps you in touch with and these are some of the special features of the program. It has a artificial intelligence that if you have lead that comes into it, it automatically starts interacting with that prospect or that lead 30 seconds from it being generated. And so and if you buy the leads or you import them, whichever the case may be, it's all kind of together, and it keeps you together, and it keeps you organized. It doesn't replace the agent. It doesn't replace the sales process. We still have to do that. I mean, that'll probably, hopefully, never go away. But it does a lot of the pre-planning, and it keeps you, just like I said, it keeps you in line to do your work.
So, Luis, when you say it interacts with that lead or prospect or whatever it is, how does it do that? Is it you say it uses artificial intelligence?
Yes, the way that works is, let's say we will, because right now we're creating our own leads. We have agents that we provide leads for. If they're on this system, I'll just tell you my personal experience. Let's say I run a campaign and I generate, my Facebook account generates a lead. Well, that lead gathers their information, sends it into my program, and then within 30 seconds of it being dropped into my program, I get a text and I get a call. It says, you received a new lead. Their name is Edward Ledford. Press 1 to connect. So I can get on my cell phone and press 1, and I can be calling Ed Ledford 30 seconds from him filling out a form. So we are in touch with them. And this, our experience has been mostly with final expense. We've done mortgage protection, but final expense is kind of the key feature of, from here, you can kind of expand it to your practice. But and these are all automatic, pre-built campaigns. A lot of this is pre-built. You can tailor it to your company, to your name. Any text that my existing clients or emails that they get, it's all branded with my name and my company. So it's all pre-built.
So basically, if I want to use the system, I'm going to subscribe to it, which there's a fee for. And then I'm going to load down my current clients, my prospects, my club members, anybody that I want to kind of get engaged in a conversation about their insurance needs. And this is automatically going to maintain a regular contact with that person, be it text or phone message or whatever. And then if I respond to any of that, it's going to send you as my agent or the one on the campaign an immediate communication where we could talk right after I decided to respond. Huh?
Yes,
That's pretty strong.
It's a what we found is, and what I found in the final expense market is, our prospects or clients, they if they fill it out, that's the best time to get in touch with them, help them figure out what it is that they're looking for. If you wait, I've seen some of my leads, even if you wait 2, 3, 4, 5 days, then the level of interest drops dramatically. So if the sooner I can visit with them, then I can figure out if I can help them or not. It's okay. But the sooner we can get to it, then the sooner we can decide whether you're going to be a client or you're just going to be somebody that, because I have clients in my database now, or not clients, but prospect that said, hey, well, I'm not interested right now, but I just let them know, is it okay if we still send you a text on New Year's or on the 4th of July oh yeah, absolutely. So if they allow me to keep marketing to them, I just leave them in the system. And I've got one that a year later, he said, hey, I got your email. Yeah, remember we talked about that insurance. Can we get back together? Absolutely. And it's something that I wasn't even planning on. It just kind of, because it said, hey, well, happy Thanksgiving or something from Garcia Insurance. And it's all just kind of a process.
Nice, very nice. So that's really increased the number of true selling leads that you've experienced. And I understand that you're providing this same service to agents in some other areas of the country.
Yes, we actually about 2 months ago, we actually started being able to provide leads to other agents. Of course, there is a fee. Because we can't do it for nothing. So we do have a basically marketing / lead vending, I guess you'd call it. And so what we do is we send this link out to the agent, and if they are on Autopilot, then everything just drops into it. But agents that are not on Autopilot and they wish to purchase these Facebook real-time leads, we actually can figure out where they're located. We send them a form, and they can actually order from us. And you can order 20, 30, 40, however many leads you want. And then we set up the campaign, and then specific to you, and their leads are basically their leads that are for that agent specifically. They're
Nice.
not resold. Everything's just basically done through the Facebook, and then it gets sent out to the agent independently.
Great. Well, I bring that up for this group because if you're looking to try and dip your toe in before you dive into the pool, assuming that you are looking to expand your sales leads, Luis is a resource for you, and I know the folks that he is providing that service to have reported back that they're very happy. So that piece is there. And before we go on and talk a little bit more about what you're doing, Luis, I think it's absolutely critical that we acknowledge somebody else that's on this call that has been instrumental in you being able to put this into effect, and that's your daughter, Alexis. So Alexis, thank you for turning your dad into an expert over the course of this time. I know she's been instrumental in upgrading this program for you.
She is the back end support to this whole operation. She's taken the time she not only works for the company, but she also does all the marketing. She does all the social media updates, all the posts, all the, this Facebook course that you see on the screen. She's taken it on and she's ran with it, and she's very, very good at it. Not because she's my daughter, but because I've seen the results firsthand, how hard she works at it. And so she keeps up with the times. And then on Fridays, she gives me an update. Hey, this is how it's doing. This is how it's working. This is how we better can upgrade this, or, so she puts it all together. And so, yeah, big thanks to her.
So now we know who the brains of the operation are.
Hey, that's it.
I wasn't going to be quite that candid, Ira. I was just wanted everybody to know that if they do want to try something with Luis and Alexis, it's something that's out there, and she really is pretty fabulous with that. And as you can see, a lot of this is Facebook generating, again, through your relationship, your identity, et cetera. But it's a very nice system. And Luis, the package, a lot of times if you're looking to go out and buy the typical cards, drop 1,000 mailers, get back the cards a couple of days later, again, you've lost some of that time, I guess, first off, in between when the client had initially expressed the interest. But as importantly, you've got time going against you, and, they cost roughly these days, it seems to be getting up into the $50-$60 range. And I know you offer these leads at a significant discount to that type of a number.
Yeah, there is I guess a controlled science to it. I mean, we gather the data, we understand, and in all likelihood, we can actually generate leads in any state. That's what this Facebook ads course, you can join for it. At the beginning, I mean, I've had people reach out to me and say, hey, listen, well, like some agents already had purchased leads from us, but then again, this is not some high guarded secret. If you want to do this, you can do it. But at the beginning, if you want us to help you, we do offer there is a charge for it, but we do offer to sell you the leads, and they're specific to you. But then in time, you're able to do this and generate it on your own. And if at some point you get better than us at it, so be it. That's good. That's what we're all here for, to help. But the cost is significantly, it's significantly less to generate the lead.
So I guess I wanted to kind of point out to people, this certainly isn't the only end all of Luis's success, because he's really expanded markets in a lot of ways. It's experimented, but I would say, at this point, you could get the benefit of the 2 years of practice development that Luis and Alexis put into this to kind of get the refined version. And then if you choose, if you've got, I think many of us would want to have somebody assisting in some of this design and creative work, but you can pick up the program yourself. The fellow that did develop this whole system, and it does have a CRM, but it's a lot more than a CRM. He was an agency owner. He supported a lot of agents with leads in a traditional manner, and then evolved into, he got out of the life insurance selling business and got strictly into the developmental business and put this package together. So he's an Indiana homegrown Hoosier. And he's kind of a scientist type. So but it's pretty darn effective. So let me turn it back over to you, Luis.
Well, it just the slide just kind of rolled over. This is the last slide that we have, but this is the example of how we actually generate the leads. These are some of the ads we ran in Lubbock, Texas, and this is kind of the way it would be. Of course, when agents place an order with us, it kind of says something similar to this, except when it's an agent that doesn't have Autopilot, or it's an agent it doesn't have Garcia Insurance Agency on it. We don't go market. We basically make it a general marketing campaign for that specific agent. And so in this example, this is the one that we did. We generated 18 Facebook leads at $14.18 a lead. That was just a trial run that we did. Of course, it's not a perfect science with Facebook. Some leads can get generated, some leads can get generated at $80 a lead. Some can get generated at $14. Some can get generated at $5. Not a perfect science. So we had to take all that data. That way, when we put out our lead order form, we have to find a happy medium to where it makes sense to the agent.
Very good. Very good. Well, Luis, tell us what's 2022 going to hold for you and your business?
I actually took a little bit of notes. I actually went through, some of I had to first reflect on 2021, 2020, and then kind of figure out, what's going to be going forward. What's 2022 going to be like? We're here at the end of, 2021. And, I kept going back to 2022 for me and my agency. And, it's our kind of like our model, I guess. It's going to be, we're all in. We're all in with this. We're going to grow. We're going to grow not just by adding agents to our agency field force, but also, as individuals. And so we're talking with Charles and Paragon and FFP, and, we're going to probably double or triple our size in 2022. And we're going to do it by, just being helpful and just trying to find ways to help others. If you help enough people, everything will work itself out. I truly believe that.
I think you're right on the money with that, Luis. And for those of you that are considering this, that is kind of the path. I mean, implementing it for your own practice. And again, you've got an opportunity here to do that without managing the system at the front end. To then, if you decide to get more involved in it, you do go in and start managing the system for your own practice. And what you'll find is, if you're looking to build with some agents around you under your hierarchy, leads are a critically important thing to be able to provide to them. That leads, and then of course coaching and mentoring to get them up and running. I should also share with you that the particular system, this agent Autopilot, has a ton of training and educational information around how to generate leads with Facebook, with direct contacts, etc. I don't know, Luis, what are there? Maybe 40 or 50 modules, something like that?
50. Yeah, right now there's 50. They're not 50 forever. They're little videos, probably, and modules, probably 2 to 3 minutes average.
Yeah.
But you do have to kind of go through them. Yeah. And real quick, I mean, I don't want to sidetrack, but I'll just tell you something that happened to me just this week alone with the agent Autopilot. Because it's set up, all my clients are in there, my database is in there. And so it sent out last week, a birthday text to one of my existing clients and said, hey, listen, this is, happy birthday. It's your birthday again. And then so they respond, they go, oh yeah, thank you. It is today. Because it says like, hey, I hope I didn't miss it. Or it's a pretty simple text, but at the bottom of everything that Agent Autopilot sends out, there's always a hook or a question. Like, hey, well, if you ever have any insurance questions, or if you ever know anything, just feel free to reach out. It says it's subtle. And so what happened was somebody responded to it and, hey, well, thank you. 2 days later, I get a phone call from this client's brother. And he goes, hey, listen, my name is so-and-so. My brother just told me, I'm looking for insurance, and your name came up, and he said, hey, call Luis. This is his number. And so the guy I went to yesterday, I wrote up 2,300 AP or something like that in the house. And so I asked him, I go, hey, well, how did this all happen? He goes, oh yeah, I was talking to my brother at his birthday gathering. And so we just had it talking about insurance. I'm turning 65. And she goes, oh, call my guy. He just sent me a message on my birthday. And so, yeah, so it just randomly, and it does happen more often throughout the year. I get sales from this system. Of course, they don't make the sales for me. I still had to go out there 85-mile drive, but you know, it was well worth it. So
Nice.
you know, it's throughout the year. It'll send a happy new year. It'll send out, and as long as your database is kind of set up properly, it'll do these throughout the year. It'll tell you when their anniversary is, their policy anniversary. It'll tell you when their birthday is. It'll tell you happy. And the one that was most successful with us in 2021 was 4th of July. It sent out, I don't know, 300 some odd texts, and we got probably 30, 40 replies. And out of that, we were busy for about 2 weeks trying to catch up with everybody that, hey, this come up or this come up or this come up, just come out and help us. And so that's what we did.
Nice, very nice. Well, we've got this theory. It's ABM, which is always be marketing, and we can't do it ourselves. So having a artificial intelligence, whatever you want to call it, that I think it's aptly named as the agent Autopilot, because it is marketing for you. It's 24/7 with ads and texts and phone messages and all these pieces. So I'm delighted that you've been really able to dig down. We really appreciate, by the way, that you've shared and kind of coached our team at FFP into how this program works. And again, I'm not going to suggest it's for everybody. It does take some effort to make it work. But if you're looking to see more people, you want to dip a toe in, give Luis a call, and I'm sure he and Alexis can set you up. So with that, Luis, I want to say thank you. Any closing messages for the folks out there today?
Well, I mean, it's just perseverance. just keep at it. I mean, I know it's a lonely world out there. I mean, we gotta get up. One last kind of closing thought. I mean, that's just kind of my own personal practice. Just keep track of yourself. I mean, these last couple of years, my calendar, I mean, I still get up. I mean, some of us are working from home. Some of us are working from a brick and mortar. I still have my office here. I still come out here every morning. I mean, I keep track. If I get here at 6 o'clock in the morning, I write it down on my calendar. If I'm here at 10 o'clock in the morning, I write it down. And on every Friday, I, go back and look, okay, what days, what time did I get here? How productive was I? And so I do. I still, I've been doing this for so long. I still always, dress with my slacks and my shirt. I still come to work. And I did it even the year and a half that I worked from home when I became an independent agent. Even though I was going to just go from my living room or my bedroom to my office, just across the house, I still got up. I did everything kind of the same. And I've kind of kept that even through today. That's just something that, lets me know I'm getting up, I'm getting ready, I'm going to go to work.
Yeah.
And then, so in the afternoon, I'm out, close the door, go to the gym, whatever. I mean, that was one of the big things that I did change in 2021, thanks to my daughter as well. Got me to join the local gym. Been consistent going to the gym, mostly consistent this year. And she got us signed up. I go out there every afternoon, every evening when I have some chance. I just go for an hour. And that's kind of changed my whole outlook on, even life itself. Well, I'm able to keep up with my granddaughter. She's 4 years old. She's always on the go. And so anytime I get some time with her, I'm re-energized. So, hey, I wish everybody well. I wish everybody, happy, holidays, a great end to to this year. And I look forward to 2022.
Very good. Well, Luis, we really do appreciate you, and Alexis. We really do know how important, but I'm sure it helps when you hear that right back from your dad too. To everybody out there, a couple of just wishes from the whole team at FFP for a happy and healthy holiday season, Christmas, New Year's, etc. As Ira mentioned earlier, this is the last Coffee with Closers for 2021. But just in a few weeks, 2022 is going to be here. And we thought it would be helpful. We had a couple of requests. We're going to start the year off that first Thursday in January. And we're going to be talking a little bit about business structure for you and your practice. I think it's going to be a very, very valuable one for you to take a half step back. And it's kind of like working on your business. Charles Durfee and guests are going to be talking about some of the business structures that you can use to make sure that you're taking advantage from a tax perspective, the best that you can do, and really how to organize your business around maximizing profitability. So that'll be the first couple of weeks. We're going to be focused on that. I think it should be a great way to help you get off to a quick start. We've still got a lot of people out there chasing some big numbers. Rest assured, Christy and her team and Ira, myself, and Charles are here to help you in any way to get your business through this year and get you off to a fast start in 2022. So with that, I'm going to say thank you all for taking the time all this year. Thank you for all the business and the trust that you've placed in FFP. And please feel free, give us the feedback to how we can make ourselves better in supporting you and your business. Ira, any closing comments?
Absolutely.
Nope, just to say happy holidays, everybody. I appreciate everybody. And it's great to see you. Have a wonderful holidays with the family.